Hi, I'm Dr. Teresa Richter from Kirkland Natural Medicine. Thank you for joining us today for Wellness Wednesdays. Our topic is stress and blood sugar levels. Have you noticed a harder time keeping your blood sugar controlled recently? Or have you been noticing an increase in appetite, hunger, or sugar cravings? This could all be due to stress. Since the onset of the COVID-19 and the stay-at-home order and all the uncertainty that we've been facing, we've all been under tremendous amounts of stress recently. During any time of stress, our levels of cortisol and epinephrine go up. When this level of epinephrine increases, that puts our body into what's called fight or flight mode. Fight or flight mode is a response that was crucial for ancient man surviving in his environment. Some of the other symptoms that you can see with fight or flight mode include rapid heart rate, increased breathing, flushed skin, dilated pupils, and these are all physiological responses to allow us to flee or fight for our lives. Allows us to run faster, see better, hear better, all of those things. And as part of this response, to allow us to run faster and longer, our bodies release sugar and flood it into our bloodstream. So that's one thing that's happening, is that our bodies are releasing sugar from tissues and it's just flooding our bloodstream. This is followed up by an increase in cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And one of the effects of cortisol is that it blocks another hormone, insulin, from taking sugar out of our blood and normalizing that blood sugar level. So we're left with basically a twofold increase. Our body's being flooded with sugar and then it cannot remove it from the blood. This can create detrimental effects, especially when this goes on for long periods of time. It can create or set you up to develop pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, and if you're already diabetic, can certainly make things worse or make it harder to control what you're dealing with. When we have just isolated stress, it's not as big of a deal. The stress goes up, those things increase, and then our blood sugars go back to normal. Once insulin is blocked for a long time, our cells are starving for sugar, especially our brain. Our brain runs on glucose or sugar, and it's very important that it gets some. This causes the brain to send signals to our body to say, hey, we're hungry, which can lead to increased hunger and appetite and increased craving for those high carbohydrate or sugary foods. And if you give in to these cravings, that can further add another layer of exacerbation for your blood sugar levels and can lead to weight gain. So be very careful there. So what can you do about it? Well, one of the most important things is to follow an anti-inflammatory diet. This would consist of increase in plant-based foods such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, healthy fats, nuts, seeds, beans, foods that are high in fiber and nutrients and just supply all kinds of good things to our bodies. And then limiting saturated fats, animal fats, refined sugar and carbohydrates, and processed foods, and limiting alcohol consumption. It's also beneficial to add in some probiotic or fermented foods such as sauerkraut or kimchi or kombucha, unless you have trouble with yeast overgrowth, in which case these foods would not be good for you and taking a probiotic supplement would work better instead. As always, stress management techniques are very important, such as low impact exercise, meditation, yoga, and low impact exercise is especially important because high impact exercise that is strenuous and usually good for us further increases those cortisol and epinephrine levels. So while you're in a high time of stress, increasing those hormones more is not going to be helpful. Where low impact exercise will not increase those cortisol and epinephrine levels and can actually help you work through some of them and get them out of your body. Here at Kirkland Natural Medicine, we can tailor personalized plans to meet your needs for stress management, blood sugar control, diabetes. We can individually assess your stress level and nutrient needs and can build a specific plan just for you. Give us a call today at 425-448-3232. Dr. McManus and myself are available via telemedicine, virtual visits, telephone visits, and in-person visits. We look forward to keeping you healthy and helping you to manage your stress and blood sugar levels. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.